Yo,
Hey, Mason.
hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. My other guy should be joining
Oh,
shortly.
hey,
Oh,
Noah.
there
Hey
he
guys,
is.
how's it going? Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Yeah,
good.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, sorry, it was trying to make me download the app and
same.
all
Yeah.
this stuff. Yeah.
That's great.
How we
So,
doing?
doing well, Noah. So, how are you today?
I'm good,
Good. How
man.
you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing well also sometimes. So, how was your day so far?
It's been a
Good.
long
Work
day.
day is done. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
work
just
day's
chilling.
done. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we're going to a show tonight. I don't know if Mason's coming. He might bail, but
I
we might
got
go see
plumbing stuff.
Breaking Benjamin later, which is funny. It's a throwback.
Also. So, guys, your debut self-titled full-length album is to be out on October 17th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production that goes behind this new album?
Yeah. And the direction behind it is that what you said?
Production.
Production. Yeah. So, I mean, kind of a whirlwind so far start to the band. We got in the studio about a month after we played our first show because people were into it, and this is right before the full length. We did the demo that we put out last year, that BOS demo, and then not long after that, we got a call from Ben at Lost Future, our label, who basically just said, would you guys have interest in doing a full length, like something longer? It's a big piece of music. It was a lot. It's 12 songs. It was a lot to write. And, it happened really fast from there too. We signed with them in May and we were in Chicago recording by October. So we had basically that summer to put it all together, and we were cramming. Songwriting process makes, like, we were there a week or two before we went out. We were adding stuff, changing
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I think one of the songs was literally the day before we left from conception to finish. I think that was Wolf, right?
Yeah, that was the last one. And then we wrote one at the studio in Chicago.
Yeah.
We wrote it on Halloween night. They left us alone in there, and we wrote a new intro track and demanded that it be recorded, even though we were low on time. So, to answer your question, the process was pretty sped up and pretty accelerated, but also a lot of fun because we definitely didn't have a whole lot of rules. It was just like we knew it probably should be heavy, and it
Yeah.
probably we should try not to make it suck, but in general, it was just a blur, 6 months, and put everything we had into it, and yeah, I like it. I'm into it now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And does the album was focused on some kind of topic or a conceptual based?
Yeah, some of it is based around this idea. um, it's this piece of writing I really like that compares humans to this ancient form of deer, Irish elk. They had really big antlers, so they went extinct because they, suffocated under the weight of their own antlers. And this Last Messiah essay compares people to that. Our consciousness being the antlers, the like weight, it's like a metaphor. So a good amount of it is based around that whole idea, that sort of existential um, plight of humanity, burden of consciousness sort of thing. But other songs on it are just classic Thrillrot sort of stuff that's a little more like, and we like hardcore and we like metal, just saying it. So the way that those sort of tie into each other is just that, you know, you could muse all day about whether or not there's purpose in existence, but everybody finds their own. And whether that's playing basketball like we were in that last video, or whether that's playing music like we are this Saturday gigging, like everybody finds their own. So, yeah, this album is just ours, you know.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety, and I had
Oh,
to,
did you?
yeah,
No kidding.
yeah,
Oh, cool.
So, 12 amazing songs, beautifully written, great songwriting process, amazing vocals. The musicianship is totally mind-blowing from the start to the end. There is not even a single song that can be led out from this album. I would say it's a great album overall. So, an amazing debut from you guys. So, thank you so much for putting up an amazing album this year and being the creator of the music. How do you guys feel about the outcome?
I,
You
I
wanna go ahead?
love it. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. I think I've never been a part of a band that I was this proud of, that like the end product that I had like, this that much input on. I think this one, yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for it to be out so we can show it to everyone and send it around and promote it. That's like my favorite part, is the after the release, just hearing what people have to say about it. I've not heard one bad thing about it yet. So, what's that? So I like that.
No, I appreciate you saying that, Keith. Like, I don't think too many people have heard the whole thing. Not that it's like
Yeah.
a giant secret, but couple of our friends here, even them though, sometimes it's like it's 12 songs. You're gonna like invite your friends over and sit them down for 45 minutes. They hear little parts here and there. So it would be like Ben from the label and obviously Andy Nelson, who we recorded it with in Chicago, but not that many people. So that really meant a lot when you said that
Yeah.
you enjoyed it. And it's been a long, I said it was really fast leading up to the album and recording it, but we had a couple of delays the past year. We recorded it October 2024. So it's been almost a year since we thought it would be out any day now. We wrapped it up so quick. We were like, New Year's Day. And that was not true. So we've been sitting with it for 11 months or so. So it's easy to start second guessing a little, just like, oh man, I hope people like this. We've really been keeping people on edge here for a while. Maybe not, but like we've been making people wait. Anybody who doesn't want to hear it, they've been waiting. So you start to get a little bit of doubt creeping in, just like maybe it's too long. Maybe they only wanted 5 songs. So point being that I appreciate that, man. Truly, I know you listen to a lot of stuff too, so that means a lot. Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, honest with you guys, it's a great album, to be honest with you. And speaking on the videos, like 2 videos has been out so far, The Love and Thrillrot. So would you like to tell me a bit on the making of these videos?
Mhm. Yeah. Well, the first one it was during recording. The one where we're just wandering around in the Anthem video. That's all just in Chicago for the most part, a little bit of Denver. So we would record all day, and then when the producers, engineers would go home, we just started walking around Chicago because we didn't have anything. We were there for 2 weeks, didn't have much to do. So that video is fun because when I watch it, I'm like, yeah, that's that. There's the one jacket I brought to Chicago that I'm wearing in
Yeah.
every shot.
The one fit, the going out fit that I was always wearing.
Yeah, and then the law one, we were just having fun, playing basketball, like trying to keep it light. You know what I mean? Trying to, because that's kind of how we are, Mace. Like we're like pretty fun.
Yeah.
We're
We're
funny
pretty
guys.
fun guys.
We're
Yeah,
pretty
we
fun
want to get
guys.
our we want to get our friends in the video too. It was just an excuse to, I don't know, play some sports and put a camera up.
Yeah. So, better than one other video of an empty warehouse and a bunch of spray paint. Or not that that's bad either, but we've done it. So we were like, what else could we do?
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And any big plans that you have for the day after release?
We the day after we were supposed to play. I don't know if that's happening anymore. There might be like an issue with the venue, but the night of, so I guess the day after too, if we go late, we're trying to organize like a release party, like just at a studio around here, somewhere we can listen on good speakers. And if we can't get that together, maybe we'll just do it at my house or something. But in any case, on the night of the 17th, it's a Friday. I think we might get 10, 12 people
Yeah.
together and just listen to it and drink a beer or whatever. Just celebrate because again, I started this interview saying it was a fast process, but then all of a sudden it's been a long year since, like I just said. So we're excited for it to put a bow on it finally. And if we're not playing Saturday, we go out Saturday too, Mason. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. Why not? Let's make a whole weekend out of it.
This will get awesome. And speaking on touring, are there some big plans coming on the touring part?
We don't
Not at
have
the
anything booked
moment.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sometimes like talk about playing little one-offs here. Oh, we should get to this city, we should get to that one, but nothing yet as far as a longer run. Would love to do that and get out there and try to
Yeah.
see how many shows we can play in a row before I sound prepubescent or whatever. But yeah, but nothing right now, nothing in stone.
Got you. And are there any merchandise, like are you coming up with a CD or vinyl or something else for this release?
Yeah, we're doing vinyl. We spent some time picking them. You get to pick the colors and everything. So we went back and forth on that for a while.
Yeah. You did. I have my mind set.
Yeah, he had his mind made up, and that's the one we went with in the end. But we are doing vinyl. We have some merch. It's just on our website, thrillrot.com. There's a little shop. There's 2 buttons on there. One says listen, one says shop, and that's it. But yeah, the vinyl will be, I think, through Bandcamp, because we're getting those printed, and there's going to be 100 of them that are in this configuration with the yellow vinyl. It's like a black and gold swirl, and it's evil looking. And we're going to do 100 of those. And after the 100, if we ever sell 100, we'll see. But if we do, after that, we're going to switch the vinyl itself to something a little more, something cool still.
Plain.
But the yellow ones are going to be limited. So if you bought one early, you'll always have one of the OG yellow, nasty looking LPs. So.
Nice. And would you guys like to tell me a bit on Thrillrot, how it all started as a band?
Yeah, you want to tell me?
Yeah. Let's see, what was it, 2 years ago? We had a show booked with our other band, and half the band, basically everyone but us, wasn't available that day. And it was just at a local bar type thing. And we had always jammed, like you were saying, staying after practice and jamming just us two. And it always got just heavier. Every time it's just heavy, heavy. So we always had this idea of like a super heavy, sludgy band that this band wouldn't do. And so he had the idea of he's like, let's just play an improv show, for the most part, improv, but maybe come up with a few riffs or whatever that we can riff off of. And so we ended up, I think you had the name at that point. Were we Thrillrot at that point?
Yeah, I had the name. I have a list of just random names in my notes, and most of them suck, but that one was in there, and I was always like, that one's pretty good, honestly. Like, if we
Yeah,
ever had
Thrillrot
something.
stuff.
So we called it that. They were like, yeah, like he was saying, we had to drop it last minute with the
Yeah.
other band. So we hit them up, and we were like, we'll play if you want, if you just need somebody, because it was a small show. I was like, we just don't want to leave you hanging. They were like, you got a name? And I was like, Mason, can we call it Thrillrot? Like, and he was like, yeah, that's
Yeah, it was a pretty simple conception. And we played that show, we got some good comments, and then we came out like, should we get in the studio? And
yeah,
he
people
found,
like
yeah,
we
you found
it up.
the studio time.
Yeah, sold some stuff, and we were in the studio like a month later. Because yeah, there was maybe 30 kids at that show, but just hearing a couple people say like, oh, that was really fun. Like, I loved just so straightforward, just groove oriented stuff. And I was like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
we like that too. So yeah, it was like a month later we did the EP. Weren't 100% sure how that was going to turn out, and that did well, and parlayed that into this album. So it's been like it's very natural progression. It really did go from us just saying like, oh, we could play some stuff, straight to playing it, straight to recording it. So it always felt like organic,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it all just kind of snowballed real quick, but it's nice. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And what would be the big dreams as a band?
I want to play festivals. That's where I'm at. I want to play some hardcore festivals, some Warped Tour festivals. I don't play anything.
Yeah, definitely just like the opportunity to keep playing and like making stuff. The cool thing about this album was, again, like Ben and Lost Future basically gave us the opportunity to spend a year of our lives without a lot of creative inhibitions. Like they were like, whatever comes out, and gave us like the finances to make that happen and just the ability to make that happen. So, the bigger the band gets, the more opportunities like that you get. I agree with Mason. I want to play some good shows. I want to get up there,
Yeah.
the energy. Let's go. But also in between that, if we could make another thing after this, and it doesn't
Hmm.
mean we got to take out 2 new credit cards because those are all maxed. Can't do that again. That would be just honestly just the opportunity to continue to make music is that's everything.
Yeah. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, yeah. And moving on, are there plans to make it from a two-man band to a full band, or at least have to find new people into the band?
That's a good question.
Yeah, we talk about it like every once in a while, but for the time being, the two pieces working really well.
Yeah, and we
I don't know.
like
I
it.
think,
Like honestly, it's a fun
yeah, I
gimmick.
think, yeah, and the chemistry's there. I think it's also such an easy setup too, live. It makes it so smooth and nice.
Yeah, and we trust each other. We played each other a long time. It's like sometimes we think about it because people have asked. People are like, "Is your bassist sick? Do you need a bassist?" Because I would play, and I'm
Yeah.
always like, "I'll let you know." And there's songs on the record. I don't know if you listened to it more than the once, but the ninth track on it, "Total Eclipse," that song has like some clean vocals and a little bit more leads. It's more of a metalcore song. We can't play that live with 2 people. like,
Yeah, there's
like
no
some of the songs, I think we do a pretty good job with the 2-piece of making it sound full. Can't do that one. There's like 3 guitar parts going on. So we've always said like we'll see if it keeps growing and we feel like we can't emulate the record live or just can't keep up with ourselves with 2, then we'll make the move. But until then, it's funny when we're setting up and people are like, is it just you 2? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of enjoy that now.
Me too.
Nice, nice. And moving on from this album, so what would be the next plan as a band?
For
Yeah.
release, like music,
Yeah.
I think
I think
we're
that's
yeah, I think we're working or we've already started kind of writing the next project, an EP, and I think we want to go in a slightly more. I wouldn't know if I'd say heavier, but like how would you describe this this
like
sound
a
we want
little
to go?
more. If you're a demo purist, maybe a little back to those roots, like
Yeah,
just a
back to
little
where we
closer to the
started.
first single, than not that I want to abandon stuff that's a little more down that Lamb of God sort of metal route that we experimented with on this one, but I feel like probably like 8 of the tracks on this don't sound a ton like the demo, which is fine. It's heavy music. We do whatever we want. But like next, we were like, we should do something shorter, just something like
Yes.
that we could knock out quick. And if it's gonna be like another 4 or 5 track EP, we should just make it like stupid, aggressive.
Yeah.
So we might just get mad.
I think big live energy is what we're
Big
looking
live
for
energy
this one.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like writing more in a room again, which we kind of got away
Mm.
from a little bit as we got into the thralls of writing the last one and like really
It's
thinking through it. Yeah.
when
Like
you're
we
in the
wrote
studio for 2 weeks, it's so easy to get carried away with like, oh, let's put another layer. Let's do this. So let's get
Yeah.
artsy.
Yeah, it's so many songs too. You start trying to differentiate them from one another. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, you said you're adding this, you're adding that, which is great. I love textures and atmospheres, but again, we're a 2-piece. So maybe the next one we write it a little more in a room and just see start playing stuff live first and see what goes off live and track that. Just
Yeah.
trying to bring as much energy as we can to the next one so it feels like a continued progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And speaking on songwriting, so do you guys focus on something conceptual based, or in the future there'll be songs that will be diverse? So what will be your focus on?
Did any of these songs on the record start from lyrics first, or Noah, or did they were they all instrumental and then we wrote upon that?
You know, I guess technically Anthem, the first single,
That's true.
because I came up with, if you remember, Mason, we were at American Bonded, which is this bar across the street from our practice space
Yes, I
that I
remember.
occasionally drag everyone to. Everyone else is like, we gotta get home. I'm like, we go for 1 hour. We go for and I was telling him I like drank one drink or two, and he came back from the bathroom. I was like, listen, Mason, people two-faced were better off at 2P. You know, he really like that.
That's
So
typically the
that one,
process. Yeah.
yeah, that's what happened. So that one kind of came from lyrics, but some of those instrumentals are from a really old demo that we've always liked. Um, so even that typically start instrumentals. It's like I'm always writing lyrics, most of which are probably bad, but I almost never sit down like I'm going to write a song about this. I'm just always writing like 3 lines either on my phone or on pieces of paper. There's a bunch of them over there scattered. And when I really need, when we have an instrumental demo that we like focus on the instrumentals first, which is typical, and then I'll go back and read through them and be like, oh, this feels like maybe could be the direction. And that's when I'll sort of sit there and write new stuff and try to make it cohesive and not just random. But it's pretty rare that I'm like, you know, if I write a bunch of words first, it could just be poetry. It's not really a
Yeah.
song until me and Mason have decided that it grooves, you know, and then you just got
Yeah.
to find a pairing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, we could write a rap and see if we can see if we can find
Just
a
say,
breakdown for it again.
yeah, you're really good at writing the heady stuff, the like poetic stuff on your own. I leave that all to you, but I like being in the room and we're doing some anthem type shit and then or type stuff. I'm sorry, and then I'm just as we're sitting there thinking of rhyme schemes, like what rhymes with two face? Like sitting there running through words. I like doing that and being a part of the
Yeah.
cadence and. But it all depends on song to song. Like there's ones that I'm like, that's all you. I'm not touching that stuff. Super
We also
poetic
have
stuff.
we got an Instagram chat where all we do is send things we should sample, like WWE clips and people yelling. We've only used like 2 of them or 3 of them over the like we're
But
not a
there's a lot
heavy
of wrestling.
sample band. We always say we're gonna add so many samples. We're gonna
I
have
think
the
there's two
Undertaker.
on this record.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
2 because we cut a couple. We were like, that's just dumb, or that just doesn't
Yeah.
fit, or the song got cut, see something like that.
Yeah.
So those aren't exactly lyrics, but that's another thing we collaborate on.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And guys, finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
Yeah. I really hope you like this album because, you know, like I said, it's just been in the works for such a long time that I've kind of lost the plot just on, you know, when you first finish something, you're so excited. And I'm still excited, but I just need to hear. That's why I said earlier how excited I was to hear that you enjoyed it, Keith. Like, I just
Yeah.
hope people like it. And that's really it. Not even for any other reason than it's been so cool to have people come and support this. What started in a garage and at a local bar with us playing like the trash versions of these songs, you know, without practicing enough. And to turn that into even if it's just a handful of people who like it is awesome. So I hope that the people who like the demo like this too, and it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like a different thing to them. I don't know, but I think they will. I think they will. We put a lot of time into it, and I think that it
Yes.
rocks. So, yeah. What about you, Mace?
No, I second that. But essentially the same thing. I can't wait to hear what people think of the album. I'd love to hear the feedback. I know even if it's a different fan base that hears this or whatever, I think everyone's gonna like it. I'm excited.
Awesome,
It's a
awesome.
grower. I think like
Yes.
we did Anthem as the first single because it was so just in your face. Like it kind of sounds like Hall of Pain or whatever a little
Closer
bit.
to our first EP.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh, the law's a little weirder. It's not that weird, but you know,
It was
it's just a
definitely
little.
our next foot forward. I think like this is a little bit of what's to come. A little bit.
Yeah. So if that was a little jarring for people, maybe if they listen to the whole thing, they'll be like, it's just a good metal album, and that's all I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is for metal fans.
That's all.
Also. And Novo and Mason, I want to thank you both so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the show and to talk about your self-titled debut full-length album, Thrillrot. Like I said earlier, a great album. The musicianship totally mind-blowing. The vocals are amazing. An album in its entirety to be listened from the start to the end. That's when you start loving this album. So great work from you guys, and I wish you all the best. And I'm really hoping that you can do an international touring and we can all catch up together.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah.
That's the goal.
Where are you at? So we can put it on the list.
I'm on the other side of the world. I'm
Go
from
to the other side of the world.
I'm from India.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
we could make it there.
yeah.
We
Let's
should make
do
that
it.
a goal now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
all
we'll
right.
figure it out.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. But thank you, man. Seriously, thanks for
Yeah, that's
having us on.
awesome to hear.
Thanks so much, guys. Thank you. And you guys have a great evening out there and take care of yourself. And we'll see you soon.
You too.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.